What's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream. My name is Dom Jimenez. I am the creator of Tenpinz, the world's first bowling manga. I have recently just released my next volume of my book, and I decided that we're going to be doing all all my new content here on Twitch. So I've been on TikTok for a really long time. I don't know if y'all can hear me actually. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Check, check. Okay, so I could actually unplug these headphones. It's not like my Twitch or TikTok. So not really. I don't know what just happened. All right, check, check. Check, check, check. Check. Awesome. What's up, guys? Why do we have 4 viewers already? That's kind of crazy. Anyway, my name is Dom. I'm the creator of Tenpinz. This is the next installment of my book. So this is volume 1.5. 1.5 came out earlier this week. I am responsible for these like last 20 pages or so, like fully responsible. This is the first time that my full effort has been in print. I have an assistant artist. His name is Lambowski. He's based out of Japan right now. But he has been like, it's been like the other way around. Basically, like I was assisting him the way I want my characters to look, laying out the storyboards, all that stuff. And now it's more me in the lead. I do all the inking, I do the colors, basically just handle everything from the start. So I'm glad that we got our TikTok set up. We're gonna go ahead and set up our Twitch set up. We're gonna go ahead and set up our TikTok. So give me 1 second. I'm probably gonna be doing this every time we go live. Set you guys up first, then we're gonna go in here and set up our TikTok. What's up, guys? It's Dom Jimenez, and we are live right now talking about my hit series manga Tenpinz. We're doing some live drawings, so if you want to tune in and ask any questions about the book, feel free to come join the live. I hope to see you there. Peace. That's also how you do it too. Hey, shout out to Toxics for the sub, bro. What's going on? This is my first day back on Twitch in almost a year. I am planning on being dedicated to just... Wait, you subscribed for 4 months? Wait, what? What the heck? Bro, I have not been on here for a year. But I plan on doing this full time as far as like my content goes. Taking this, switching it to YouTube. Like there's a lot that I have to do for Tenpinz. And there's a lot that I haven't done for Tenpinz. Like I could really be cranking this out every day on live. Just you know, making this my thing. So we're here, man. We're gonna do all the full color pages here on Twitch, and hopefully, you know, this shit does what it needs to do. there are a lot of like really big artists and stuff that use Twitch, and I'm not one of them. I really am doing myself a disservice. But yeah. I'm glad, I'm glad to be able to start doing this. I literally called off work the last 2 days just to get my shit together because I don't want to be there. This has made me realize like I have to fucking lock in. I have to lock in. Hold on, let me let my TikTok know. What's up, guys? If you're new here and you want to see us draw, we are actually live. We're live on. Can I put a note in here? I haven't used my TikTok in so long. Where are the notes? Stickers. Hold on. So yeah, I've just really gotta lock in and focus on building out everything for Tenpinz. We entered a couple contests this year. I entered the Kadokawa contest in Japan. That is the world manga contest. So the world manga contest. There's a couple other contests that I could have entered. I didn't feel like I had the time, really. Like, I didn't feel like I had the time to really do it the way that I wanted to. I think the next contest that I enter, I'm gonna do in full color. Guys, if you're watching on TikTok, we are over on this right now. We got to keep it going, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you guys are new here, thank you so much for joining. We do have the new book up. If you want to check out Tenpinz Volume 1.5, the new book is up for both my streams. We're doing a full color version right now. I'm working on that. And make sure you guys follow, like, share, all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all being here, man. This is my first ever multi-stream. I've never multi-streamed before. I'm trying to do some things different, get some different results. But this is my first ever multi-stream. So if you're here, thank you very much. If you want to follow me and see what I'm doing, where I'm drawing, I'm just streaming on 2 different platforms at the same time. I don't have, some people have it set up through their computers where their processor is strong enough so they're able to do both. I, unfortunately, don't have that much RAM to process both. So, and I'm on a MacBook. So yeah, I'm doing mine like this. I have my phone here. I got my laptop in front of me on the other side. Someone says now the #1 customer. Did someone order something just now? Hold on. #1 customer? Wait. We just got an order? Hold on. Chat. We just got an order number. It says #1 customer. And we got some roses. Shout out to Dose XEX. Or EXE. Damn, I cannot read. I should probably put my glasses on. Bro, I just started the live. No way. Hey, yo, shout out to y'all. We got a sub over here. We got an order over here. Let's go. Shout out to y'all, man. Look. I need a reason. Just give me a reason. I'll quit this job so fast. I'll quit the job I'm at so fast. Y'all show up for me. I'm gonna put in my 1 day. My 1 day notice. I'm out of there. I'm out of there with the quickness. We're building this back up. Said keep going. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you guys for coming through. It's a random Friday afternoon. I really appreciate y'all even being here, man. But yeah, I have a lot of big plans for Tenpinz. Like I said, this is the next volume of the book. It's here on the shop, and it's also on my my new dedicated platform for Tenpinz. So I made a whole Tenpinz website just for Tenpinz stuff. There's merch on there. There's the physical books. I have not put out a digital version of this yet, like this full book, but I need to. And that's probably what I'm gonna do this weekend is add that digital version. But look at the back, bro. Look at the dragon. Look at the dragon like imprint on the back. But yeah, I am now, like I was saying, I'm the lead artist on this. So as far as the line work, the inking, all that stuff, it is just me now. I have always been an artist. I talk about this on my streams all the time. I've always been an artist, but I had never been a manga anime type of artist. I've always been a cartoonist. So there was definitely a learning curve to like figuring out the certain things about anime art and line art and just the way that things kind of flow in this space that I had to get used to. We're gonna do, I think I want to do a watercolor brush. I've been real heavy on the watercolors. If y'all remember like the original Pokemon artwork, that's the kind of vibe I'm going for with some of these pages. I love the way watercolor looks. I wish I was good with real watercolor. I've never like been super great with it, but this, I feel like I'm getting as close to what I want the result to be. I'm currently using Procreate on the iPad Pro for anybody that is wondering. I use Procreate. I stream by using OBS Studio, and I mirror my iPad with Hardwire. Hey, no way, we got another order, bro. It's not even letting me see. It's not even letting me see, bro. Hey, shout out to Quadarius, man. Thank you so much for the support, bro. Look, like I said, we got Tenpinz. I am going to do better about promoting Soul Search. I actually am thinking about reworking this. Fully Urameshi, what's going on, Krista? I'm actually thinking about reworking this myself. The artist that I have for this, I think he did a good job in his style. Like his line work, I like his line work a lot. I like his tones and everything, the way that he highlights stuff. But the artist that I got to do my cover really captured kind of the essence of what I want this character to look like. And I think if I were to take like full control of those final renderings, it would turn out more the way that I see it. So no, I don't work alone. I know people get confused when they just see me talking about the books. These are my IP. They're my ideas. Um, and I do work as an artist, but I have a small group of people that I choose to work with. For Soul Search, Capumax Omega, he's an artist out of the Philippines. He was really good. For Tenpinz, Lamboski, I think he was in Malaysia or something. I think he's from Malaysia. He is currently in Japan though. He's been studying manga in Japan for the last couple years and also just made his own manga. So I've got a couple really solid artists that I like to work with, and I'm trying to become a better artist myself, which is why I decided to take over the full production of Tenpinz. Like I wanted to. Oh, hi Tanaya. Hi. Thank you for joining. But yeah, I want to get better. I want this to be like my full-time thing. And the only way that's going to happen is if I am super, super dedicated, super focused, just cut my distractions off and really lock in to make this what it needs to be. Hi. But yeah, it's going to be a journey. I think I'm finally like mentally ready for it. I've talked about like mental health stuff, like being an artist. It is very easy to get sidetracked and kind of fall into those bad like thought processes. Um, I've been fortunate enough to start therapy, start my therapy, and have a great therapist. First time through, like first shot, have a great therapist. Like I really got lucky. Um, I feel a lot more comfortable with the way that I'm doing everything. Thank you so much. I'm just trying to like really, really lock in, you know? I internalize a lot of like what people would say on the internet and take it personally. It's like, I don't even know what you look like, bro. I don't know your name. Why am I so upset? I really had to think about it like that. Like, why am I even upset? I don't even know who you are. And you don't know who I am. But yeah, I'm excited to really just start this new chapter, new process, and build all the things that I wanted to build a couple years ago. I think when you have a big success and you're not prepared for it, like me getting the number one bestseller, when you're not prepared for stuff like that mentally, like I was not in the right headspace to have that happen for me. Like I'm very grateful, but I understand like there was a lot of just mental like turmoil I was dealing with, and I kind of I kind of forced myself to work through it. Like, oh, I just, man, forget everything. I'm just gonna focus on this. And there's two sides. It was a good thing that I was like super focused on my goal, but it was an unhealthy way of focusing. It wasn't like we're doing this because we're in a good space, but we're doing this because we need a distraction. We want to get revenge or whatever. And I will say I got some revenge. I got some revenge. Hey, thank you so much. What's up, guys? Thank you. Thank y'all for the support, man. This is it's a random Friday afternoon. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for coming through. Same thing over here on Twitch. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for watching. But I really you really learn a lot when you have big moments like that. Especially like just about other people, but about yourself. You learn a lot, and it's a lot to deal with. Like I'm not expecting to become a #1 bestseller like overnight. Will definitely sway your perception. I didn't realize like how lonely things were until after that kind of faded away. I was like, oh damn. it seems like all of this was just an act, and people are only here as long as things are good. So maybe these people aren't actually here for me. And that's a really sucky thing to cope with. But I will say those experiences have made me very, very insanely strong. My mental fortitude is insanely strong. Sometimes. Not all the time. I don't think anybody could just be impervious to hurt and, feelings. I don't think that's even a thing. But just understanding, I think, is the most important part. And realizing I was happy when I was making my art, even when things weren't going my way, it has brought me back to making art a lot differently. Like I care more about the time that I spend making my art versus what other people see when they see my art. Like for me, doing this coloring right now is therapeutic. I like being able to sit and talk and listen to music. And this is the first time that I'm sharing this experience, like this side of what I like to do. Because I was like, man, I don't really post anything about my art until it's finished. And I feel like it was important for me to show this is kind of deeper than that. It's deeper than, oh, you're just the guy that makes the bowling manga or whatever. Nah, like I'm a real artist. I've been making art my whole life. And this shit means something to me. You know what I'm saying? It means something to me. That's why I do it, because it means something to me. I'm telling the story because it means something. Not for gain. Not for... I mean, I want some gain right now because I just put in a bunch of work. But not for gain. But just because this shit means something to me. And Pistol Pete, thank you so much for the support. I think people get lost in that with the way the internet is, the way society is, and the way that we view art. AI has made it so anybody can make anything art related. It's without effort, it's without skill, it's without thought. It's made it so anybody can do that, and it loses I personally think it loses its value, um, because that dedication, that passion is not being applied. Like one of my favorite artists is Leonardo da Vinci. Hey, travel naps. Thank you for the share. One of my favorite artists is Leonardo da Vinci. If you are not familiar with Leonardo da Vinci's work, he created the Mona Lisa, um, tons of inventions, tons of like just just studies of anatomy, plants, animals, just everything. It was more than I want to draw. He's like, no, I want to draw to understand. I want to draw to study. Say AI versus real, exactly. It's like I want to draw to study. I want to draw to understand, and then I want to draw to improve upon things that I have questions to. Like I have a lot of questions. If these animals could fly, what are the mechanics behind these animals being able to fly, and would it be possible for a human to fly? Which is how he made that first flying machine. If you ever seen like those first sketches, it's those big wings. He made the damn bat wings. Then he made the propeller machine that you pedal. I think this nigga made the first bike. Like Leonardo da Vinci's really, he was really that guy. And I wish people looked more into art history and the reasons why art is so important versus, oh, I can use this automated thing to be creative without having to actually put any effort in. Because if you understood just a little bit about art history, you would see it's never been about money, it's never been about financial gain. And I think capitalism as a whole has just destroyed the value of art and swayed a lot of artists to becoming stuck in a place where they have to do things for money, or money is now their only motivation. Bleed, thank you for the support. I was making Tenpinz and I was not making any money. I'll put it out there. I was not making money off Tenpinz, and I don't make money off of Tenpinz all the time. This is something that I make because I want to make it. When it's not making money, I still make Tenpinz. Now, would money for this be nice? Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. That's a plus. Finishing my story, telling the story the way I want to tell it, is my ultimate goal. Just being able to build out the things that I want creatively is my ultimate goal. And sometimes it does require money. But that can't be the focus. The focus has to be the story. The focus has to be making the product so good that people want to give me money for it. Like, oh, you put so much time and effort, and your story is good, it's thoughtful, it's well written. You're spending your time illustrating this. You're giving people insight into your process. Like, you're going live in making your product like openly available for questions, for critique. There's a lot that this provides value wise that is extra. Like being able to do this on a platform where I have people waiting for a book is extra to me. And I hope that it continues to grow. I really do. What's up? What's up, Enrage? I hope it continues to grow. But just though, like I was saying, the overall appreciation of art has diminished a lot. Like, my most commented things on my post are, there's still no volume 2. It's taking you 3 years to make a volume 2. Or people will literally message me and say, hey man, I'm working with this AI company. Would you be willing to feed Tenpinz through our system? It could get your stuff done a lot faster. It's like, it's not about being fast. It's about doing it the way that I want to do it. Telling my story the way I want to tell it. And honoring the discipline the discipline that I've put in over the years. Like, I didn't go to art school to say, let's just use AI. I don't feel like drawing anymore. And I think that's really hard for people to understand that don't value art, that don't draw. Like, they're like, why wouldn't you get it out faster? You can get more money if you get it out faster. That's not even necessarily true. There are still people that buy Tenpinz Volume 1. The money has never been like the motive. Like, just because you have 10 books doesn't mean people are gonna buy 10 books. I have one book, and it's easier to promote one thing at a time. So me having one book, I could easily say, hey, this is my book. Talk about it. Would you like to support it? And do that multiple times a day versus we've got 20 books. We got 20 books here. I also have to keep 20 books in stock, in print, physical media to sell. That's not the smarter move. The smarter move is to make one thing at a time, build that up to where it's a success on its own, then make your next project, make your next book. People don't think about the logistics of all of that. Like Tenpinz Volume 1.5, this is literally 1.5. It's the in-between of Volume 1 and Volume 2. And people don't know. I have 2 books. I have Soul Search and I have Tenpinz. Soul Search was a project that I finished first, and I talked about it almost exclusively at one point until Tenpinz came out. Then Tenpinz came out and it became a #1 bestseller, and Soul Search took the backseat. So people will ask me, oh, do you have any other books? Yeah, I have this other book that's completely unrelated to Tenpinz. Tenpinz is the flagship product. It's the flagship item. It's the thing that everybody knows me for now. But people used to know me for Soul Search. Both of them are great books. But Tenpinz is a story that I really wanted to focus on the most because it got instant recognition, like from Japan, here in America. I sold out many conventions. I've toured across the country. I've met with major publishers. I got to meet with Viz Media. Like, this is what I gotta focus on. It's not really. I don't really have a choice. Like I could say, man, forget Tenpinz. I'm focusing on Soul Search. Viz Media. Viz Media actually reached out to me when it became the number one bestseller on Amazon. They reached out to me. They asked me to send them if I had any copies of the books I could send them. So I sent them like 20 books, and my contact there, eventually we set up a meeting at, was it New York Comic Con. So I had a one-on-one meeting with Viz Media about publishing my book. The thing that happened with me is they saw the success that I already had, and they're like, well, you already have a major success. You don't actually need us, and there's not really much we can do with your already finished, successful product. If you want to make something new with us, we can put you with an editor. But for this, you've already done it. And the way that I would, basically, they're like, would you be willing to start over from scratch? Take Tenpinz off of all major platforms. Kill like any motion that you have with Tenpinz. Would you be willing to erase all of that to start over with us? And that answer I felt like was pretty simple, and it was no. Like, nah, bro. I got a number one bestseller, and I'm independent. So every time I sell a book, the money comes to me. I don't have any major distribution, so that money comes to me. I'm able to freely express myself, freely create, print whatever I want to print. And a lot of people wish they were in my position and not under a major publisher. They wish they were where I am, where I can just freely move around and express myself, tell a story the way I want to tell it. I control all my own merchandise, any promotion that I want to do. But the downside of that is it's all on me. It's on me to continue to build this. There's no machine behind it. There's nobody here to bail it out if it doesn't work. It's 100% on me. And I don't mind that. You see your name? I do see your name. What's up, entrepreneur? Obsidian Dreamhouse said, I'm a creator as well. I messed up in the beginning trying to promote 2 different books. I wouldn't say it's messing up. If you have 2 stories, you can promote them side by side. Just take a second, promote this book, put down that book, go to this book. I really wanted to lock in and make this one the one. Then I can go do whatever. This is my... let me see. Who could I compare this to? I don't even know. I was going to say that this is my... This is my slam dunk. But I don't know if Inoue made Slam Dunk or Vagabond first. I feel like Slam Dunk was first. But to be able to make something a success and then go do your next idea. Putting all your effort, maxing out your effort in one section is like the best way to go about it, for real. At least I think. So this was volume 1. Volume 1.5. Just look at the difference. So this is 50, 60 new pages. I'm trying to see. Where does this volume start? So all this is new. All this is new. I plan on doing a full volume 2 release. I'm gonna do a full volume 2 release hopefully by the end of the summer. That is gonna be a separate release. So right now, how volume 1.5 is, this is volumes 1.5. Volume 2 is gonna be just volume 2. It's not gonna include volume 1. But I am thinking about making a volume 1-2 like combine book. We've got to do, actually I don't feel like coloring. Let's do some of the character art today. So we got to do like our lore. We've got the character guides. We've got like the backgrounds and everything. Just establishing the world, building up that lore, making it feel real. Like, oh, what's that character's favorite food? Or this character likes to do something weird. I don't know. This character has a fucking lazy eye. I don't know. Things like that to really flesh out your characters. And I'm also trying to decide if I want my character guide to be like a straight up and down pose, or if I want to drip them out. Like I could go crazy with my character guide. I had like basically the character guide was done. I had like those original first sketches that I used to tell the story. Like, here's what this character looks like, this character, like our models. But they're very stiff. They're up and down. They're not doing anything exciting. They don't even really look like that cool. So I'm thinking like maybe I could really spice it up a little bit. I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I was put onto it. I was put on a JoJo's by I'll say the love of my life. I was put on a JoJo's by the love of my life, and it has fundamentally changed the way that I look at anime, because Araki is somebody that appreciates art on a broader scale. From the master's influence to fashion influence, he's like, if I were to really make manga, he feels so similar to me in just the way he thinks. If you look at Tenpinz, I didn't even know what stands were. I'm gonna keep it 100%. I did not know what stands were. I was not familiar with JoJo's at all. This is out of our head, bro. Like, I didn't know anything about JoJo's, and I turned this into something like, even the walk, bro, like this is like for real a JoJo's ass walk. I didn't know anything about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and then when I started watching it, I was like, oh fuck, like I'm damn near parallel. I'm making a bowling version of fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. When people say, oh, do they have stands? I was like, kinda. They kinda do have stands. Not like on purpose. That was just something that I thought was like cool. Like, oh man, if I have them go into this mode where they're synced up with their energy and the elements and everything, like it manifests as something. But I think I also get a lot of that from you should put each character on clothes. I do. Entrepreneur. So I have merchandise and everything. Glad to see you back. What's up? What's up, Bravuto? What's going on? Yeah, I have merch and everything, bro. Just not on here. I want to do more stickers, more posters. We have the merch. I just gotta build it out. So let me stop yapping and get to drawing. I've been yapping. But like I was saying, I was thinking I want to have them pose maybe. Like a little, just like cool, you know, like oh, got a little swag, got a little style. But I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure so much, man. I'm super grateful to have even discovered, not discovered, but been be put on. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I was put on. I was not watching that shit before. I don't know. Should we do a full body? If I'm Adrian, Adrian is our main character. I'm Adrian. Adrian is based off of me. I should have Adrian pose how I would pose. I usually hit like I be hitting like a squat. I be hitting the jail squat. So maybe we'll do that. Let's just get some shapes, get some lines down. But yeah, I think that having him pose like me is gonna be really cool. All of my characters are actually based off of people that I know in real life. How many characters? Um, it's like 3 characters per team: fire, wind, water, electric, earth, dark. So that's already 18 characters. Then I have a couple of the parents, a couple of the. Say, are you shadow banned? No, I can see your comment. I have like the coaches. I have some of like the side cast. So maybe like 25, 25 characters. Our main cast is maybe 12. I'll say our main cast. Our main cast would be our water team and our dark team. So like 6. Everyone else is kind of like extra. But no, you're not shadow banned, Blee. You are not shadow banned. I appreciate y'all for being here. Like I said, I know it's a random Friday afternoon. Shout out to the people over here on Twitch too. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make this a dark water. So in the next volume, towards the end of volume 2, we're going to start introducing the multiple disciplines. So there's a character that I have. He has earth and fire, and he is actually made for Dante Bosco. I want him to voice that character. He's like a he's like a fucking Zuko. So I've thought like super far into the future about casting Avatar: Last Airbender, of course. So this is bowling meets Avatar: The Last Airbender. So the way that they encompass the elements is similar to bending. It's bending mixed with like you ever see like Jackie Chan Adventures in the Talisman? So like that animal and that bending together. Like how do those two connect to strengthen you? So their styles. Adrian is our main character. He has water style, or what we call crane technique. So it's a little bit of martial arts, very similar to Avatar. Martial arts influence. Crane technique is water element. Just like fire would be related to fox, or snake would be related to lightning. So just different animals, animal instincts, and elemental instincts. So y'all can see that page too. This is literally from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like this page right here is like earth, wind, fire, like that intro. That's literally Avatar: The Last Airbender. It says, see your messages. I don't see you saying anything different. I see you said in my shadow band. You said in my shadow band. I can see you liking it. Dexter, thank you for the follow and the repost. It might be depending on what you're asking, bro. There's like some filters on my feed that prevent certain words. You say, yeah, my messages are getting blocked. Yeah, it depends on what you're typing. But yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender influence, Kuroko no Basket influence, if you guys have ever seen that. The zone, like when they go into the zone, that is a big part of my influence too. It's what led me to create hyperfocus. So hyperfocus is essentially, like you can see hyperfocus right here. Hyperfocus is essentially them becoming one with their stance and the element at the same time. So just being able to tap into both of those things at the same time to get an advantage. Also, like these panels right here where he's floating through the abyss, very Kingdom Hearts, also Kuroko no Basket inspired, where they're going through the zone and he's falling through the water to that unlocked gate. All those things, all those influences were a big part of me putting together Tenpinz. And I have been working on this since 2021. People are very... They try a lot to discredit the effort, discredit the manga and stuff. Talking about, oh, you've been doing the same book for this many years. Okay. Invincible took like 40 years to come out. What are we talking about? It's also just me. I don't have a company doing this, I don't have a company helping me, I feel like I feel like I'm moving kind of fast for just me, you know what I'm saying? Like, he said I'll try to reword my sentence. Hopefully it goes through. Yeah, like I can see that. I'm not sure what you're typing, man. But yeah, people they'll act like it's never gonna happen because it's just me. If it was never gonna happen, it wouldn't be a number one bestseller. I wouldn't have people watching me on Friday afternoon on a random live stream, limited editions and first editions. So yes, this is the first print. These are signed. I made 15 copies of this volume. So this is literally the first print. It will be signed. I do variant covers sometimes. This is our variant cover for volume 1. So I want to show you guys just the difference between these two. I did both of these covers. I did this cover and this cover. This is 2 years apart. Just the growth, just the growth in style and layout. It's insane growth. So those years that I spent working on this were not wasted. They were not for nothing. I actually got exponentially better. Like I was saying too, Travis, thank you for the follow. These pages, these last pages in this book, I drew all these pages. I am the lead artist on this project. And I will remain the lead artist. I did all these pages myself. The inking, the shadowing. I've even started doing manga for other people. I've done a couple panels for people for their startups. And yeah, it's just gonna keep getting better. I think once I stopped letting the idea of it has to look a certain way get in my head, like I was getting in my head about that. Once I stopped worrying about that, it started really flowing the way that I needed it to. Second question, trying to split the question into 2 sentences. You're good, you're good. Yeah, once I really embodied the idea of finished, not perfect, I became a lot better at this style. I've always been an artist. I talk about that a lot on here. I've always been an artist. I am a cartoonist first. So I do caricatures, I do portraits. Like I can show y'all some of my other work. But I'm literally a cartoonist first. Like professional caricature artist. So it was really just the learning curve of like what makes what makes manga, what makes anime style different than what I'm doing. Like this is some of my pop artwork. Like I've always been an artist, guys. It's really like you have to strengthen your muscle memory to know how to do something. So this was one of my first styles. This is made with the letter M. Every shape is a M. But yeah, it's just muscle memory. So I see I got some more questions in here. I'll answer these real quick. Someone said, "How long did volume 1.5 take you?" So that point 5 took me from I started and stopped a lot. Uh I started and stopped a lot. I want to say I got those first pages last March. Last March, I stopped in like June of last year. Then I bought it back June of the following year and finished it in January. So that was like 60 more pages. But yes, this does include all of volume 1. So this is volume 1.5. That's why it's 1.5. And BT Slayer, thank you for the like. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, 1.5 is volume 1.5. Volume 2 is gonna be my next major debut. It's gonna be on all platforms. I'm gonna get it into stores. Um, it's gonna be like the big deal one versus this, which is just a release to honestly keep myself motivated, show that I can do what I'm saying I'm doing, and I needed to physically see it in my hands. Like if I could hold it in my hands, flip through it, look at the work, it gives me a sense of like, okay, it's possible to complete, and the only thing that's stopping you is yourself. I'm weird like that. I have to see it in my hands. Same thing like when I got that first volume. Once I had that first volume in my hands, I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit. I made a book? Like that's crazy. I was like, oh shit, I made a book? That's actually kind of crazy. Thank you for the gifts. Hey, what's up, Seventh? Any updates on? Appreciate the gifts, y'all. Thank you so much. Someone said any updates on? So we've had a lot of just, I will say, like, I don't give all my cards. I don't tell everything that's happening all the time. But we had a lot of like contact from studios and people that wanted to animate Tenpinz and people that wanted to pick up Tenpinz. And after a while, we got tired of hearing what people wanted to do without any action. So we're like, it's not even really worth it to give up what we have because we have the potential to make all the money. I'll break it down. I'll break it down money wise, financially, with you guys real quick. Because if I were, say, I were to go to a publisher, right? And there's no problem with publishing. I think publishing could be a great, great thing. Like a major publisher. There's definitely pros and cons to both. Major publisher, you're going to get distribution, you're going to get marketing, you're going to get placements in a lot of things. You're going to have an agent, you're going to have like more people with different connections that could put you into different rooms. The issue is they want to be paid for that. They want the money for that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's free. Not like we like your book, so we want to help you do all this stuff. No, it's not free, brother. It's not free. They're going to tax you. If you if you don't know anything about publishing, it's gonna feel like, man, I'm getting such a great like deal. I'm getting such a great deal because they're doing all this work. Someone said ing question mark. Ing question mark. I don't know what that means. But you're gonna think you're getting a great deal, and all the time you're kind of not really getting the best deal that you could get. So those are the pros and cons of traditional publishing, major publishing, with a publisher. You said I'm getting filters driving me crazy. I don't know what you could possibly be typing, bro. I'm so sorry. I don't even know what you could possibly be typing. But I was saying, major publisher, they're gonna take a large percent of what you make. Let's say you sign with a major publisher. I don't even know if this is how this company operates. I feel like Dark Horse is a good company to publish with. Let's make up a company. Let's say you sign with Publish Your Books company, and they give you a contract, and they're like, for every book that you sell, it's gonna be $10. $10 is the price of your book. Every book that you sell, we are going to produce your book, we're gonna market your book, we're gonna place your book, and we're gonna do all the back end business stuff. They're gonna do all that, and they're probably gonna take away a cool 80%, maybe 70% if you're lucky. You'll get 30%, but if you handle your own production, do you look and respond to DMs? I can't get any DMs on here. If you want to DM me, you got to go to my IG. So TikTok has completely banned my DMs. I don't know why. I don't know why it's banned. But yeah, you can shoot me a DM on IG. Yeah, shoot me a DM, bro. Now, like I was saying, if you handle your production, maybe your deal is 50-50. Like I'll pay for the production and handle production. Y'all handle distribution, put it in the stores, and marketing. Now you're splitting a $10 book sale, but you also paid to get the books in there. So really you're making $5 for every book, but you probably spent, I don't know, bro, like $5-6 to print that same book. So you're not even making your money back. Versus my position, I'm independent. I incur all costs, but I also get to keep all profits. So I do my own marketing. I draw my book. so I don't have to pay an artist. I like I said, I do my promotions, whatever. I can get placed into stores. It's a little bit harder. I have to like pitch to stores. I have to have my barcodes, all that cool stuff. So I pay for the barcodes, pay for my books. I could pay for placements in places if I wanted to, but I feel like that's a waste of money. If your book is good enough, you should be getting placed anywhere. But I could also sell my book for a little bit more money because I'm handling all the production. So I handle the production. Say this book is $6.50, $7 a copy. I can sell this for $25 because not only am I handling the production, which is making my investment higher, but the quality of my book is going to be higher than a $10 quality book. Like the paper in this is higher quality than I'm not going to say it's the same quality. It's high quality. So independent people don't usually have high quality because it's more expensive to print. So I have the same or slightly better quality than most books in a store. And that's just off my choice. That's the paper I'm picking. That's the printers I'm using. And on top of that, I'm handling it and shipping it to you. So there's that cost. Plus, I can make your book a one-of-one experience. I can number my book. I can sign this book. I can draw something extra in this book. There's multiple ways to increase value on something like this versus I took it to a major publisher. Now, if I sold this for $10, I would probably only make $4 a copy, and that would not be enough to print more copies. So the price that I sell at, this is $25. I'm able to print almost 3 copies. For each book I sell, I'm able to print 3 copies. But I also split that revenue with my writer. Me and my writer, Abraham, have a 50-50 split on profit. Now, we also have a 50-50 split on cost. So if it costs $400 to pay for 50 books, I put in 200, he puts in 200, and we go out and we sell these books and we split our bread. So there's pros and cons. Like, I obviously don't mind splitting this with my partner. And I'm getting a 50-50 split at a higher price point. So I'm getting a higher return on my investment too. I'm not handling all that manufacturing by myself. I don't handle the marketing or the promotion by myself. I don't handle the story by myself. He's writing the story and I'm drawing the story. But people take that idea. This is the issue with like independent creators. People take that idea of, oh, I'm just looking for a partner. I'm a writer. I'm looking for artists to draw my book. Those people are never looking to pay. They're never looking to pay those artists. And the author is usually not looking to invest anything in the actual production. They usually want to go to a major publisher. And the idea is, once it's done, I hope we get picked up by a major publisher. And I hope we sell. And once we sell, then you can get paid 50% for your time. Well, if you go through a publisher, you're getting less than 50%. And you're going to be splitting maybe 20% amongst the two of you. So that's 10% each. And if your book doesn't sell, 10% of nothing is nothing. So Yeah, just be aware of the people that are like, I'm just looking, I just need a partner to do this with. They're going to scam you. They're gonna take your hard work for granted. They're gonna scam you, bro. Just keep your eye out for that. But man, we have been live for over an hour. I'm gonna take a break. This has been a really great experience. I'm gonna do this again today. This has been a really great experience. Thank you guys so much for coming by, for stopping by and checking me out. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, share. I hope to see you again soon. This is going to be going on my platforms. And if you want to read Tenpinz, you can check it out for free at tenpinzmanga.com. That's all one word. TNPIZPINZMANGA.com. Until next time, hope you guys take care, and I will see you soon with another art stream. Peace.